and stand up here. You mentioned it. Both guys feeling it right now.
Yeah, both men smiling at each other as well. They know what's up.
Here we go. Start of round 2 of the big fellas. Get out there. Look at them smiling at each other.
Very trepidatious as they enter the cage.
Scary Jerry just smiling.
For real? Hey, he got a smile on his face, doesn't he?
He does. He's like, let's throw, man. Let's throw. Oh, kick. How about that? Jerry surprising everybody, including Ron. Oh, that's beautiful.
Man.
Good little hip toss right there. Just got the hips on her just to make pop. Send him right over the top.
Rob right now talking to the crowd said, yeah, that was pretty good. Not too shabby there. Now, Jerry, once again, in a tough position because he's right against the cage. Needs to work his way away from the cage, try to get some space at least.
I tell you what, right here, Ron could be throwing knees all day long. Right here, Waterman, H2O. Let's make it happen, baby. Knee.
Right now, Paul Herrera's telling him that exactly right now. He's telling him, you got to let the knees go. And right now, you know, he's working on trying to keep him in the position. But as you mentioned, guys, you got to stay busy.
Yeah, look at Scary moving to his stomach.
Now Jerry gave him his back. He gave him his back.
A big no-no.
Now Jerry's got to do something. He's got to do something, or
he's got his hooks in.
Michael Stock is watching closely.
Do something, man.
There you go. You got to spin around or do something. Try to go out the back door. You got to do something. Because right now this fight is almost over.
Talk to Gomm, learn some breakdancing, do the worm, do something, baby.
And the thing is, Waterman right now, he's not really doing much.
One flurry would put it away, but he's just not.
There he goes. Now Jerry's doing something, and Waterman wants to try to sneak in the rear naked, but he can't do it.
I don't know. Wow. I'm actually befuddled by what's going on right now, gentlemen. Look at Scary Jerry now rolling over. Waterman, Jens, he's doing what you said not to do earlier with trauma. He's got his legs crossed.
Now, if you lock him over on the side, he can't cross over the top. But see, Scary Jerry, get his back out. You give it up to mount. Maybe the bigger guys don't want it, you know, but he should be right on those hips like you've seen Jeremy execute perfectly earlier. You slide to your back and you go straight out to the hips. You know, I mean, they're both just kind of content to. Again, he's got to get that elbow.
There's a key lock thrown on.
He's got to get the elbow level. Put the elbow in the ear. There he goes. Now, the palm's got to be flat. The back of that hand doesn't want to raise up off the mat. Then you raise the elbow.
He's wrenching on that key lock. He's wrenching on it. He's wrenching. No.
Oh, man. Thought he had his...
He's got it too far up to the top. He needs to take it down more to his side, and then it becomes a pressure move.
Honest to God.
It looks bad, but it's really...
Ron Waterman right now working with a workout dummy. Scary, you gotta move, brother. Come on. Punching the side of Waterman. Waterman now.
Gotta choke him with his own arm.
Trying to. Tell you what, both guys had a lot of opportunities in this fight. So far, not able to do much. Both guys right now, I tell you what, both guys have had a lot of opportunities, and they just cannot capitalize.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, it appears that both men are just complacent to just lull. Just try to do what they got. You know, hey, key lock, do it. Come on, baby, rock and roll. We're going to stand them up. Here we go, stand them up.
We got to get on that referee to do that a couple more times for that.
Exactly.
On a side note.
Look, on a side note, James.
So let's bring him up, Scary Jerry.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Look at that goose. Look at that goose squawking away under Jerry's eye there. His left eye got a huge goose.
Now look at Jerry. He's trying to get him down. No.
Waterman does a good job of getting his hips back.
Beautiful sprawl.
Snapping him down.
Crowd screaming for knees from Waterman.
Tell you what, man. Both guys, when they look back at this tape,
mercy,
they're just going to look at it and say, man, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that?
Exactly. You know, like I said before, ladies and gentlemen.
Honey, where are my running shoes?
Like I said before, listen, here's the deal. Any man that gets in this cage, any man that gets in this ring is just the biggest badass around.
Oh, and they are. But the thing is the one thing that you can control
Yes.
The one thing you have full power going into a fight, and I've said this from day one, and anybody that knows me as a fighter know I'm adamant about it. Conditioning. You control conditioning. We have the right to look at you, dog you, make fun of whatever we want, because that's something you chose not to do. When you go out there and you huff and puff, nothing makes me sicker than seeing a title fight when a guy gets tired after a round and a half. How bad do you really want that title? You couldn't go run?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's on you. And I'm not doubting them. They're big guys, and they're winded, and I give it to them. That's a lot of meat and a lot of air. But you know what I mean? Just when you see conditioning, that is the one thing that you can control.
Absolutely.
And it will go to a
get on the bike, dude. Something.
A third and final round. Let's show you a little bit of the action here in round 2.
Now this is Scary Jerry throwing a big kick.
Yeah, that
big
was...
old kick.
See, and gents, this is what I'm going to say. I mean, when you kick like that, you put your good throw, great takedown there. You kick like that, you put yourself in a position to be taken down. I mean, I've heard a lot of great things about his hands. I'm surprised he's not throwing those hands.
Yeah, and then here he is. You know, Waterman's got the legs in. Jerry's feet are straight back, and he's, you know, playing possum. And Waterman stops.
Yeah.
He just needed a flurry.
He just stops.
I mean, he just stopped punching, and he gave him a breath, and now we're going into the third round. But he could have ended that with little pity-patty punches because the fight's over. Possum is not it's not a move.
It's not a defense. You're right.
It's not a move.
All right, here we go. Third and final round between the two big fellas.
It's a fun game to play, but it's not a move.
That's right.
Scary Jerry Vrbanovic against Ron Waterman.
Here we go, both
third
men.
and final round. So the good thing about this game, though, anything can happen. It takes one big shot.
Now that is, you got to give the big boys, when they throw the meat, I mean, they throw big gloves. You know, that makes for, I mean, at any time a cannon can be fired, you know, but both these guys are trying to get it to the ground.
Look at this. Look at this.
Hey, Jerry's in position.
Scary Jerry. I don't know what that was. He going for an armbar? Let's go for an armbar. Look at the size of this man going for an armbar.
The right leg is stuck into between Waterman's legs.
Stuck in between.
You know what? Hey, he gave it.
Give it up for him. Come on. A 300-pounder going for a jumping armbar over Waterman's back.
See Waterman trying the submission.
Again.
Ron gets some instruction from his corner.
Actually, what's crazy, Ryan, that's Scary Jerry's corner that Ron is getting information from.
Even more strange. Both guys working hard in this third and final round.
Here we go, Ron on top, in the half guard, working hard. Scary Jerry doing everything he can. He's, Jens, I'm telling you, he's doing exactly what you said to do before. When you're in that position and your job is to lock up and hold on and wait to get stood up, that's what Scary Jerry's doing.
Yeah, he needs to lock it up. He needs to grab one of the waist, but, you know, he's getting his arm extended left and right. Ron is on that arm.
He's just strong.
I mean, he's been on it for half a round.
I'm going to tell you this. You know, Ron Waterman, he tours with that. For the life of me, I can't remember the name of that, the religious guys who go around, they rip the phone books in half, and in the name of God, I will break these handcuffs. You know, Ron does that.
Are you serious?
I swear, dude.
He's not ripping that on. They're ripping the phone, or they blow up the hot water bottle.
Waterman bringing the wrath of God, like I said, an ordained minister, tearing phone books apart.
You know, and the thing with him, like I said, I mean, that's a big arm to be trying to clamp down on and lock it up. You know, he should be going. He's got the triangle choke, arm triangle there. You know, a couple of times too. He's easily in control of this fight.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's gonna he'll definitely get the win.
Well, Jens, as you know, I mean, you remember the days when Tim Sylvia first came to MFS and he was big.
Yeah.
He was over 300 pounds. That's a whole lot of weight to move around on the bottom.
Yeah, that's why we made him do conditioning and get down to 265. And then he wins the heavyweight.
You not only have your weight of 300 pounds. You now have somebody else weighing 270 some odd pounds to move off of you.
Yeah, that's a lot to load. You know,
That Ron's working that arm again.
he's got an arm bar.
What is that? That's a chicken wing he's got going on.
Illegal arm bar, we call it chicken wing. And he got it.
He got it.
He got it with the chicken wing.
It's
He worked that hard and finally got it. Scary Jerry in a lot of pain right now. Tell you what, took him a while, but he got it in the third round. Ron Waterman is your winner. Let's show you one more time. Now Waterman was going for a few different things here. One of those, an attempted choke. Let's show you right here.
This is where he just basically kind of flipped him over and, you know, used Jerry's momentum. And Jerry got behind, and he was going to go for that choke, but he was sliding out for the arm bar. The legs didn't go where they needed to go.
Exactly.
20 in the third round. The winner, Ron H2O Waterman.
So a great win for Ron Waterman. He continues to win, continues to add those victories to his tally, and wins tonight over Scary Jerry. Let's show you the brackets of what has happened so far tonight. We saw Babalu Sobral, we saw Shogun. My goodness, that is an all-star matchup right now.
Oh my goodness, you've got Shoot Box versus Huas down there. The two Brazilians going to throw it down. Then you've got Horn and Griffin in the others. Those two had two short fights go against each other.
Yeah.
Babalu was in the brawl. That's what's going to be amazing. Babalu was in the longest fight. What has he got left coming into this one?
Let's show you the highlights from Babalu in that first fight. It was an outstanding fight. It might have been the most competitive of that first round. I mean, we could say that about all these fights, but just look at Babalu and Trevor Prangley. Great fight, guys.
Well, he's looking for that belly back. He did a great job of loading that up and taking over the top. I mean, this fight had so many things. Front kicks, belly to backs. He's going to come in here and get another takedown. Throwing a knee.
Slipping.
Yeah, but this fight just had everything.
What a kick.
It had everything as far as we had grappling, we had throws, we had punches thrown, knees, kicks. Prangley, to give it to him, held in there and was a gamer for 3 rounds.
Let's show Shogun, who showed a lot in this fight, especially early.
Absolutely.
Oh, here's the beginning.
That was at the end of the fight there when it became apparent that Wanderlei wanted nothing to do with Shogun stand-up, and he was timing Shogun, and he was shooting underneath Shogun, and then here's this tilt that Shogun was working for earlier. He gets that tilt, gets that reversal, and they're saying, back to your feet, make this kid stand up. Shogun tried to time it, ate an uppercut and an overhand right. Well, Wanderlei,
beautiful.
You know.
As we say, it is on. Let's see what happens in the semifinals. Babalu, he went those full 3 rounds. We went back into his dressing room. Hey, everyone says he's healthy, he's fine, he's rejuvenated, he's ready to go. Let's see this semifinal matchup. Babalu Sobral against Shogun.
I tell you what, this guy, here's the deal. He's got tons of energy. We know how hard of a striker he is. He is here to do it all.
Showing a lot in that first fight. Let's go up to Jeff Weller.
Mixed martial arts fight fans, welcome back. This is our light heavyweight semifinal. Introducing first into the IFC cage on my left, a wrestler trained in luta libre, a distinguished member of Ruas Ballet Judo, 6 feet 1 inches tall, 204 pounds. Welcome back from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Renato Babalu Sobral.
I tell you what, look at Babalu. You see some wear on the face. He took some shots. Now, guys, I don't know if he wants to stand up with Shogun. This will be an interesting fight. He didn't mind doing it in his last fight, but do you think he wants to stand up with this guy standing at the top of the ramp, Shogun ready to roll?
Wail on each other. They are gonna wail. I'm excited. I cannot wait. What I'm about to watch, I mean, woo, these two are gonna wail. This is gonna be unbelievable.
I tell you what, all we need is some capoeira music, and this is on, baby. Brazil's best coming at it right here. This is unreal.
We can call it the Battle of Brazil. Shogun walking the waves of the steel cage, taking on Babalu. It was a matchup a lot of fight fans thought could happen, and in a matter of moments, it's the fight that will happen.
see, baby, what else you got going on, because it ain't near as good as this.
Introducing his opponent, entering the IFC cage on my right. He is trained in Wajutsuki Shunkai. He's a member of the prestigious Shoot Box Fight Team. 6 feet 1 inches tall, a deadly 201 pounds. He comes to us from Curitiba, Brazil. Welcome, the MMA sensation known as Shogun.
Man, guys, I'm on the edge of my seat. I mean, we wanted to see this fight, and tonight we're seeing it, boys, in the tournament.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Shogun and Babalu.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Let's see it. Enough talking about it.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Let's get it on, boys.
Here we go.
Shogun and Babalu, the battle of Brazil in global domination tonight. Awesome tournament so far. Let's see what happens in the semifinal.
Here we go,
man. Trying to kick for a right hand. Look at Shogun, just so fluid, and Babalu immediately takes him down. Now this will be interesting. We saw Shogun getting out of some trouble in his last fight. Immediately wanted to work on that armbar, but Babalu, he's seen a few of those in his day.
Foot in the hip.
Exactly. Immediately moving. Immediately moving.
You know, it's keeping the action going. There's no stalemate. He's gonna make Babalu gonna have to work.
Yeah.
If he's not gonna be able to just lay there and ground and pound, because he's got the foot in the hip. And look, he's scooting out. Classic grappling. Two great fighters. I mean, right now, chess matching. You know, it's chess matching. Babalu needs to start throwing some strikes early. He needs to score all those points early and start creating that damage. Shogun is just chilling right now. He's having it.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, gents, great move by Shogun, putting his feet on the hips, moving, making Babalu move.
Yeah, if you notice, he's never locked his feet once.
Not once. Barely keeping the open guard. He's moving his feet, but excellent movement by Babalu, continuing to work right back in.
And that's the thing that he's creating, though. You're making the top guy work by doing that. Don't let him just lay on top of you. You're making the top guy work. Unlock your legs. Now you're letting both guys rest, and then you're sitting there eating punches, but you're on your back.
Yeah.
Keep your legs open, and it makes everybody work.
And guys,
show the guys on the ground that you're aggressive, and you can still score points down there.
Exactly.
You get to the second fight. Babalu went the full 3. Shogun won in that second round. These are the kind of rounds, I mean, you know, in big fights, we call them championship rounds. And later in this fight, if this does go to a second or third round, we're going to see
Shogun trying to work that tip.
He's going for that tilt, but see now he kind of kicks it out.
Beautiful. What a kick. Knee by Babalu. Big kick of the draw.
Right on the tailbone. Ouch.
Have mercy.
Boy, Shogun feeling that.
I'll tell you what, if he wasn't, I am shit, just sitting over here. Look at this, like you said, Genzi.
Oh, he kicks that tailbone too. I'll tell you what, man. Babalu. I mean, that's legal. That was like a football punt, man. I'm telling you.
Man.
Jeez. Great action in this first round. This is the semi-final matchup. Shogun taking on Babalu.
Babalu taking the expression "kick your butt" literally. It's just throwing that foot. Oh.
Both guys working. You mentioned it, guys. I mean, Shogun really working. I mean, we've seen some fighters be content just to kind of relax on their back, but Shogun continues to work, as does Babalu. Both guys staying very active. You know, some of the fight fans will say, why don't they stand it up? Well, because they're both working. They're working very hard.
They're working very hard right now.
Now, that's the only time I take it back. I would lock up the legs, lock up the hands. If you're trying to get it stood up, go for that. If your goal is stand up, then that's what you do. You lock it up. Lock it up tight.
That's your game. That's your
game. But here it goes. Shogun likes this tip that he can have from here.
Oh, look at this.
Get him. Comes out from behind. One's going for the knee. See, the one thing about leg locks is you got his legs, they got yours.
Exactly.
Yeah. But here's Babalu. He's working for that heel.
Can he get it?
He did a good job of getting that leg out. He's got to scoot back.
Beautiful movement. Slick, man. Beautiful. Look at this, man.
Get your hips down lower.
Oh, what was that?
Babalu kind of came jumping down on Shogun's knee right there a little bit. I wonder if that, I don't think it hurt him at all, but he kind of came down real fast, and Shogun's knee just happened to be up in the way.
Very technical matchup, man. He's been doing what he's seeing, and great action here in this first round.
Quick forearm right there by Babalu.
Be interesting to see how these judges score it. here in this first round because both guys have been very active.
Definitely hearing it. And the thing is, it's almost like when they don't score body shots in amateur boxing, it's driving you crazy.
Yeah.
He's down there working, you know? I mean, that's the thing. Shogun's working on the bottom.
Look at that right
on the
there.
offensive as well. He's not being on it. He's showing you the offensive version of being in, you know, doing the guard.
And of course, we saw
aggressive defense. That's what it's about.
We saw Babalu with some nice takedowns. Shogun, as the guys have mentioned, very active. Landed some shots. I mean, he's been effective in the bottom.
Oh,
making
absolutely.
Babalu work, as you guys said. That's the most impressive thing is Babalu has been working in this first round.
Well, you know, I'll tell you what, as Jen said, complacency will absolutely kill you on the bottom. If you're just going to lay there like a trout gasping for air.
Good left hand by Shogun.
You're going to get rocked. But if you're moving, if you're jacking, if you're creating space, if you are showing that, hey, man, look, you're going to have to work to be here, because if you don't, I'm moving out.
There's a little cut now on the left eye of Babalu. It's underneath the eye. Starting to bleed now.
Yeah, starting to get all over Shogun's chest.
Yeah, we're going to have to get a look at it.
I think it's above his...
Yeah,
he's got
right in his eyebrow.
Right eye.
Yeah, right above his, right in his eyebrow, Jens. Yeah. His right arm.
But nothing too profuse, nothing going too heavy.
No.
But again, you don't like to see blood when you know you have another
How about
fight.
that? How about that? Look at the respect of the two men.
Good round. And I tell you what, now it's up to both these guys. Babalu spent a lot of time training out in the thin air of Denver. Will this help him in this fight? Shogun right now also gets a breather right now. Both guys, let's see what they got left. Let's show you this first round.
Well, Babalu's just throwing his jab and going in for the takedown. He's doing a great job of sucking up both legs, changing levels, not going down to his knees and shooting. Yeah. He's just coming mid-level, working the takedown. And then here's Shogun. He's going for that tilt. He's trying to feed him by, but Babalu's doing a good job of sprawling, but he still come out the back. Babalu is going to go for that knee. They both were going for something there.
But now notice, Jens, how he keeps his legs in a figure four to block that knee bar.
And then check out the reversal, guys.
Beautiful.
And then here he keeps spinning behind, gets the space.
We knew this.
Go, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, we knew this would be a very technical fight. Second round of this semifinal. One of these guys will move on to the final. The other guy goes home.
Oh, man!
Shogun trying to land that right. Babalu just smiled, said, I got a kick for you.
Same thing that happened in round number one, the first thing, except this time Babalu caught him with that foot. Stopped him cold.
Babalu saw it coming, man. He knows he's lined up.
Welcome to my foot.
Been loading up on that right hand, and he wants to let that go. Shogun, we saw in that first fight, man. Just shows you how lethal that right hand is. Babalu working for the ankle.
Look at that. Look at that. Shogun standing above him, intimidating. Stepping on his foot. Look at that, baby. I will crush your toe.
Babalu thought about getting up, but Shogun wouldn't let him.
Look at this, Babalu butt scooting. Shogun slow, oh, nice right hand.
Good right hand. Babalu still trying to stay active. As Shogun lands a right hand, now we'll go right back into the guard.
Yeah.
Babalu Sobral. We haven't seen him too much work in the guard. Shogun wants to land that right hand. Look at Babalu. Beautiful. Quick. Trying to go for an armbar attempt, but Shogun just too slick.
Beautiful kick at the knee from Babalu there. Shogun getting in with a nice right hand.
Tell you what, man. Interesting fight so far. Babalu's got a cut under the left eye. He's got a cut above his right eye now. Tell you what, he took some shots from Prangley.
See, there's that.
There you go. There you go.
Good left jab by Babalu lands, and he gets the single leg. Can he get it down? Oh, good slam.
Mercy.
Great slam by Babalu. Set up with the jab. Good left jab. Snap that left hand. Went in for the single leg.
How about that? Now Babalu riding the back.
Guys, what's Babalu looking for right here?
You know, really, he's just looking right now to take a breather. You know, he's just trying to stay out to the side, you know. And if he can get the choke, he's just kind of looking for his options. Throw some punches, score some points.
Beautiful roll by.
Don't let him roll towards the legs, things like that, you know.
Shogun showed a lot of talent.
Look at this. Babalu trying to set up that knee.
He's got the foot.
He's got it.
He's got the foot.
Oh, Shogun rolls out.
Shogun is
beautiful. Look at that. Look at this, baby. If you ain't having a good time, there is something wrong with you.
Babalu and Shogun put on a show here. We knew this would be a tough matchup. It has so far. And guys, we mentioned it. As you know, when you get this, when you see so much talent in the steel cage tonight, it could come down to another decision.
Yeah.
Right now, how would you vote after that first round?
You know, the thing is you got 2 takedowns from Babalu, but you got reversals, and you got all that groundwork from Shogun, plus some punches and some kicks, and you got some cut.
I mean, I was going to say, I wouldn't be too surprised if it could have even been an even first round.
Seriously, if it was me, you'd be seeing a 10-10, and I'd be going off of this round. Again, it's a matter of Babalu, Shogun defending the first takedown, scoring the points, and then with Shogun being on top again here, I'm going to have Shogun's winning this round. You know, you got to look at the full 5 minutes, but Shogun's been in 2 dominant positions this time in this round.
With that said, James, Babalu did get that big takedown again. Once again, it's interesting how they'll score it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Jens, I disagree with you on this. I don't believe in 10-10s in MMA. It's either win or lose the round. I can't see it as being, yeah, they both did so good. No, it's all about damage for me, and Shogun, in my mind, put just a little bit more damage on Babalu.
But see, the difference is when you're in a tournament and you already come out with those swelled eyes, they cut a lot easier. But yeah, he cut him, but Babalu already had those black eyes. He already had the swelling. That's what happens when you come out in the tournament.
Well, the good news for the other 2 combatants, they will be following this
right hand. Another right hand.
Good stuff. We've seen that, man. Shogun can throw the right hand, and he does it back-to-back right here. But I was just going to say, guys, the good part about the other 2 guys sitting there, Jeremy Horn and Forrest Griffin, they're liking this. They wanted to see a drag-down fight, and that's what they're getting right now. Remember, one of these guys will move on. The other guy goes home, and whoever wins this, you wonder how much they'll have in the tank to make it to the final.
Oh, and that's one thing, too. Babalu wins this. He's got 2 cuts on his face.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is he going to continue? I don't know. You know, when it can be stopped. One's above the eye. So who knows?
One's below the eye.
You know, and who knows what's going to happen. But right now, beyond that, you see Shogun's really turning the tide on this. His aggressiveness is really, you know, Babalu's game. He's making attempts. He's trying to rock his legs up. He wants to go for the armbar and the submission.
Look at this. Look at this by Babalu.
Does he have enough room? Is the cage going to get in his way, though?
He's got it.
Extended. Shogun's still stuck in there.
The cage is still in his way,
Shogun's
though.
doing a decent job. He's got it.
That's the end of the round, guys. End of the round. Wow. Babalu there.
Look at Babalu. Babalu knows, smiling to the crowd. If he just had a couple of more seconds, he is confident he could have locked that armbar away.
Tell you what, man, let's show you that second round. An interesting round, and this is the beginning of the second round.
Yeah,
Watch
this
the kick by Babalu.
is the first 4 seconds of round number 1.
Boom.
Yeah!
Nice front kick, just knocks him back on his haunches.
Good stuff, and let's show you the takedown, guys.
Throws that jab, and then he's just, the leg was there, he snatched it up, tried to double it up the other way, but as he was coming out, he got it behind him a little bit, got the lift, got him up, and slammed him down.
Huge takedown by Babalu.
Yeah, he tried to drive straight across, and when that didn't happen, he did a good job of lifting that one leg up.
Both guys trying to breathe what's left of this mile-high air. I tell you what, man, Babalu right now has been through 3 rounds. If he gets through this, he'll have 6 rounds in one night, and he still could go another 3. We'll see what happens. The 3rd and final round, and guys, interesting here. The judges' scorecards, we don't know how they scored it.
No, we have no idea.
Babalu the first, they could have done Shogun the second. This could be, and it probably is, the round that puts one of these guys in the final.
This is it. Who wants it?
You've always got to look at it that way. If it's going 3 rounds, you don't know what the judges are seeing. So you.
Oh, look at that takedown.
Good low single pressure right there he put on his knee.
Beautiful, yeah. Put his shoulder right below the knee at chins. You know how bad that hurts. Just drive it down. Just drive it down, pulling that ankle.
Yeah, you got to turn away from that and bring your knee down, you know, basically almost sitting back on their back to take the pressure. But you're not going to be able to beat it straight on. It's one of those, you got to turn the knee the opposite direction.
Yeah, the knee don't go that way.
And then try to get your foot out.
Oh, look at Shogun.
Shogun's already hitting the reversal.
Look at this.
You know, and
look at this. Babalu gets out of it.
You know,
oh, man.
Guys, the perspiration on both guys, I mean, I don't know if you can lock in a great submission because both these guys are so slick right now.
Triangle choke.
Forget it.
Possible triangle choke.
Shogun is caught.
Locked the wrong way.
No, his head is out.
And that's
He's got an umaplata. Can he finish it? Umaplata attempt. Can he finish it?
Shogun's going to try to roll out.
Oh, man, that's unreal. That is unreal. Oh, man. Beautiful transition, Jens, from the triangle into an omoplata. Just, I gotta lay down. Man. Oh, man, I gotta lay down.
Great stuff in this third and final round, guys. Tell you what, both guys just put on a clinic. It's hard for whoever loses this fight. It's gonna be hard. I mean, because both guys have just shown amazing skill in here.
I mean, honestly, God, I thank God right now that I am not a judge. I thank God I'm just talking on a microphone, because if you're a judge in this fight right now, tell you what,
Probably
I don't want to be them.
For the legs back there. He might have a little something he's going to go for. Shogun going to, as soon as he can get a knee down, he's going to spring out. He's going to definitely try and get to his knees, but he's going to shoot out. He's trying to go through the back right now. Good job. Now he's going to come out, get that knee out, and then he can come up.
Good sprawl, too. I tell you what, right now, Babalu is looking good in this third round. He's showing me a lot in this third round.
Look at that Shogun trying a little peekaboo of his own right there.
Yeah, he tried to shuck it by, but he just really didn't put enough emphasis on that elbow to throw it by, to do that throw by and swing that head out.
Babalu just trying to land those knees. Fans are calling for the knee, and he's trying to get position here. Just trying to wear him down in this third and final round, folks.
Yeah, Babalu putting all of his weight.
Oh, he's trying to get him tight.
He's got the arm locked, too. He's got Shogun's right arm locked.
Look at Shogun.
I can see him.
He's got
his defense.
Man.
He can't get the arm out.
We are in such a beautiful position right here.
Shogun's just going to follow him up.
Oh, man, I tell you what, Babalu's doing a good job. He's not letting go, man. He is not letting go. He is wearing down Shogun.
It's over. It's over. It's over. Dear God. Oh, man.
That fight. Both guys digging down deep. Now, here's the question. That was amazing.
Look at him.
Babalu have left?
Oh, man. Both fighters still on the ground. Both fighters still on the ground. What a fight. People, put your hands together.
Outstanding.
Put your hands together.
Man, the two guys, Babalu shows the experience. Shogun showed a lot of heart, but Babalu would not let go of that guillotine shot. Let's show you this third round, guys.
Here it is.
Yeah, it's just Babalu just weighing him down. Finally, Shogun had to take a knee, and then when Babalu jumped back to that guillotine, he trapped the arm. Now he's got his right arm stuck down in there, and it's a hard defense for him.
Look at him digging. Look at him digging deep, man.
That's what it's all about, Ryan. That's what it's all about, digging deep. How deep can you dig? They went for the
reversal. This is Shogun getting out of that first one we just seen, and then he sits back again for another one and gets it locked up. I'm looking at that eye of Babalu. Can they keep the swelling down?
Mixed martial arts fight fans, at 3:07 in the third round, and advancing to our light heavyweight final, Renato Babalu Sobral.
Well, guys, outstanding fight. We're going to show you another angle of this fight. I tell you what, Babalu and Shogun embrace, and this is just a great fight.
Shogun fought out of that first one. Fought out of the first guillotine attempt. This time, he sat back and he just squeezed. That's about, it looked like that, like, that's about all I got. I'm going to squeeze.
Look at Babalu's reaction.
I'm going to squeeze.
Unbelievable.
And hopefully he taps.
I tell you what, hanging out with the Brazilians a little bit this week, they taught me a little Portuguese.
Go ahead.
They taught me the word for hard ass in Portuguese. Apica. Ladies and gentlemen, both of those men, apica.
And you think that's what that means? We'll find out. But guys, we still got the next fight.
I don't know.
The next fight, I mean, both these guys, whoever wins this next fight, you got to say is the favorite, because Babalu has been through hell and back. He's going to have to face a very fresh either Jeremy Horn or Forrest Griffin. Let's show you Jeremy Horn in his first match.
Now this is that reversal he did on him. Great job. He kept the fight going the whole time. Mikhail showed us that he had the wrestling and the takedowns. Jeremy got the mount, and he was setting up that arm. There was already a cut on Mikhail from the elbows. He gets that arm bar, and Mikhail just refuses to tap. He's not going to do it. And Jeremy's yelling, hey, it's popped, it's popped, it's popped. And finally, he just puts it over to the other side, and he's going to break it. He's going to put it in his armpit and get down, and he's going to just bust it if that's what it takes, because he's ending this fight. And the thing was, though, Jeremy got out of there damage-free.
And then, of course, let's show you the other guy, Forrest Griffin. What a slick triangle choke here, guys.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. Look how smoothly he worked his legs up the body.
Yep.
He trapped the arm. Actually, like Jen said, it was Chael who trapped his own arm by grabbing Forrest. Forrest said, all right, you're going to let me do it? I'm going to run with it. Worked his legs up so slick.
Nice.
Just latched it on, and it's time to go to sleep, Chael.
Tell you what, man, both these guys, quick fights for them. Jeremy Horn did it at the very end of that first round. Chael Sonnen midway through the first round, so both guys very fresh. And let's see what happens in the other semifinal fights. You see Jeremy Horn, he's ready to go. And guys, here's the toughest thing for Forrest Griffin. He's a young fighter, he's a great fighter. Problem is, the guy he's fighting has 120 fights, and now more than that. Let's see if experience comes through, or will the young gun put on a show and upset the odds-on favorite? Here he comes, Jeremy Horn, one of the most skilled fighters in our sport today, looking for that IFC light heavyweight belt.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first in the IFC cage in the second half of our light heavyweight championship semifinal. He is a master of jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, a member of Team Extreme, 6 feet 1 inches tall, a ready-to-go 204 pounds. He fights and trains out of Davenport, Iowa. Welcome back, Jeremy Horn.
There he is, very relaxed, very composed, ready to go. Just another stroll in the park for Horn. Look at him, just hanging out, having a good time. He's ready to go. His opponent tonight, man, he looked good in that first round against Chael Sonnen. Here he comes, Forrest Griffin. I think if he has it his way, he wants to stand up and bang. Let's see what happens, though. I have a feeling this fight will go to the ground. Let's see what Forrest Griffin can do. A great young fighter. I'm telling you what, going to Brazil, Shogun Braga, and then coming in here with a very impressive victory over Chael Sonnen. Forrest Griffin, this is the future, kids.
Well, you got to look at it this way, too. He's going up against the living, fighting legend, Jeremy Horn. Does that intimidate you? Does that make you complacent? Or do you jump after him and do you attack him?
Introducing his opponent. He's trained in jiu-jitsu and boxing, a member of the hardcore gym team, 6 feet 3 inches tall, 202 pounds even. He comes to us from Athens, Georgia. Welcome back to the IFC cage, Forrest Griffin.
Well, this is a very intriguing matchup. Both guys getting the job done in quick time in the first round. Both fresh, both ready to go. The young guy, Forrest Griffin, taking on that guy, the legend in this sport, Jeremy Horn.
Unreal. I tell you what, I don't, mercy.
Let's see what happens. Forrest Griffin, tell you, it was my dark horse coming in.
Yeah, he was.
Wow, if he does it here, let's see what happens. Look at the quick hands. Once again, we see that from Griffin. I don't think Horn wants to stand too much with him because good left-right combinations early.
Look at
the knees.
Griffin.
Good stuff.
Oh, Jeremy!
Firing back.
Jeremy?
Both of them are throwing the blows.
Unbelievable.
Right now, Jeremy's trying to be the counterpunch, and Forrest is coming right after him, looking to turn that head sideways and get that
nice
knee.
uppercut by Forrest.
You know what I like about Forrest right now? He knows Jeremy's really good. We all know he's really good, but he says, you know what, I don't care. I'm going to come right at you. I'm going to throw some punches, and he goes for the takedown right away.
And you shouldn't care. That's the thing. You shouldn't care. That's not you that he's out there beating. You know what I'm saying? Until it is, you don't care.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, look at Forrest. Nice trip.
Beautiful.
Gets Horn down. Let's see what this is. The dangerous position, though. This is the thing. When you fight Jeremy Horn, I don't think there's a good position because he's good in the guard. He's good on top. But so far, Forrest Griffin, you gotta love the way he's come out to fight Jeremy Horn so far.
You know, I tell you what, Forrest told me, he said, you know, Schnocky, I have a bad habit allowing my opponent to dictate the fight.
Look at this.
He's 7-1. I mean, come on.
Kind of hooks it. Trying to get it. Oh, look how slick Jeremy is, though, man.
Now, that's what I'm talking about, giving up the back and doing it out with nice kind of finishes it off. Beautiful double leg.
Pimp-a-delic.
That's beautiful, man. I'm telling you.
Good little series right there for both of them.
Definitely was. Forrest is like, yeah, that's pretty good. And then Jeremy's like, I got something for you.
Now see, look at where Forrest has got his leg. He's got a butterfly guard. He's doing what Jens is saying. He's got his foot on Jeremy's hip. He's trying to make Jeremy move.
Great first round so far. A lot of action. Jeremy quickly to the side. Gets side mount.
Look at that. Beautiful force.
Just push underneath the armpit and just kept on rolling with them. And that's how you do that. Pushing forward.
Boy, both these guys so technically sound, man. You got to love it.
Just beautiful. Just beautiful.
Buy the DVD, rewind it about 6 times, and you'll learn how to properly grapple in a fight, because that's what they're doing. They're fight grappling. You see those sports jiu-jitsu guys, the black belts who go down to Brazil, they're doing that with a gi.
Yeah.
This is no gi with fisticuffs, people. This is how you grapple.
This is how you do it. This is the real deal. This is IFC.
Good stuff, guys. Good opening sequences, and this is what's so exciting. We're just seeing transition after transition. Guys just consistently working for position this entire first round.
I think that's the first time we've seen Forrest close his feet up. I mean, that's, they've been working. They need a blow, that's what I'm saying. They've been working on, but he's still getting aggressive. He's throwing the forearms down there. I like that.
Forrest stayed very aggressive. We mentioned that. We saw Shogun very aggressive in the last fight from the bottom, and we're seeing the same thing right now from Forrest Griffin in the guard.
I'll tell you what, Ryan, you mentioned earlier how both Jeremy and Forrest also probably love the fact that Babalu and Shogun went as long as they did. Well, look at these two, man. Yeah. They're making this a freaking run.
This is great. This is great action here in the first round. The semifinal. The winner of this fight will fight in the final against Babalu. Oh, good right hand. How about that? Hey,
hello. That's your face.
Oh, good hand.
Got him on a back to hand.
Stop there.
Look at this.
Right behind the ear, that elbow.
That was just clean, man. Horn landed. Oh, good left.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Unbelievable.
Now, Jens, the interesting thing about Jeremy Horn, a lot of people know about his ground game. He has been working on his stand-up, and we saw right there.
Oh, exactly. One of the things, he went out to Utah as well. He's got a boxing coach, and he went out there for a lot of me time. Unfortunately, when Jeremy was at MFS, everybody looked up to him, and everybody always wanted to ask him questions. Jeremy, how do we do this? Jeremy, what's going on? He never got that me time. Going out to Utah, it's all about him. He's out there running the mountains, and it's helped him. He's worked on his boxing, and now he's throwing combos. You never seen Jeremy throw combos and stay in there. It was always a couple of punches, shoot, clinch, tie. But now he's out there mixing up combos with a good punching Forrest Griffin.
Guys, right now, Forrest Griffin's doing a good thing. He's putting Jeremy against the cage so he can't really extend himself. Horn right there shows his experience. Just turns right away from the cage.
That's Horn Jitsu at its best, baby. That's Horn Jitsu.
And look at that. Look at that. Good stuff. And now you got to watch out for Forrest Griffin here. Griffin's got to be careful.
Forrest himself, we're learning in absolute pimp.
Wow. Good stuff, man. I tell you what, just these transitions and how quick they do it, go from move to move. They just don't stay with one move. If they don't have it, they look for something else. They continue to move as we wind it down here in this first round. This is where Horn was dangerous, though, this last fight. I mean, the round was winding down, and then out of nowhere, lands the armbar. Can he do it twice?
I tell you what, when Jeremy's on his game, when Jeremy is, hey man, it's time. When he's on his game, all he needs is a half of a millisecond, and it's over.
The one thing also I like about Jeremy so far is the fact that just when his opponent feels comfortable to take a break, bam, he lands something. I mean, right when you think he's ready to take a break, he landed the right hand, landed the elbow. Great first round.
Oh, unreal.
Forrest Griffin taking his time. He looks a little tired here. Jeremy Horn has been working so hard. Let's show you this first round, man. Great work here.
Jeremy throwing that right hand right there, and then West Forrest coming up, getting the single leg. Jeremy went for a guillotine right there, and then threw an elbow right over top. That caught him. I think that stunned him. Got him behind the ear.
And then the exchange right here. Both guys just throwing down, and let's show you what happened here. Good hands, both guys.
Uppercut, left hand. Jeremy sits back. He's going to stuff a knee up into that arm. He's going to take a breather.
Griffin, nice shots, too. I mean, those 3 of those 4 punches landed. Some great stuff. And Horn, once again, you talk about, Jen, shows the experience, goes to his back, won't let look at these punches here, Griffin. Good uppercut.
I tell you what, he was actually landing there. That looked absolutely glorious for Griffin.
Well, guys,
Jens, who do you got round number 1 here? Who do you got?
I'm going to wait and pick round number 2.
You know what, guys? I would give the slight edge to Griffin, and it's not a big edge.
No,
like I said,
I really would on the aggressiveness and with the stand-up. But then again, Jeremy landed that striking elbow punishment.
That was a big shot.
Yeah.
Jeremy landed, you know, he did a couple of tilts. You know, I don't know. You know, man.
It's a close first round.
Bang, bang.
Oh, how about that? Look at the horn.
The sweat is
Oh,
dear God, look at that left hand.
Showing the stand-up we talked about. Now Griffin says, all right, I'm going to charge you a little bit.
That's right. The counter punching by Horn right now.
Oh, Horn is landing some shots.
Beautiful.
Tell you what, man. Take
Forrest
notice,
is
folks.
getting aggressive and staying right in his face.
Yeah, he ain't backing down at all. He ain't backing down at all.
This is the difference between the 2 rounds. We saw Forrest Griffin taking it to him early, and Jeremy Horn says, no more of that. I'm going to land some shots. And he landed some great shots in the early moments here in the second round.
Unbelievable counter shots, you know. Unbelievable counter shots.
Good stuff in the beginning of the second round.
The water was a-flying at the beginning.
I tell you what, he caught Griffin flush with that left hand,
But it didn't back him up.
No, not a bit. Griffin went, oh, damn, dude, that hurt. Come here.
Good stuff here in the second round. Jeremy Horn, Forrest Griffin.
I think Forrest is kind of feeling condition a little bit. He's keeping his feet locked a lot longer than he ever has before, you know. And
I agree.
hold on, but again, after you throw that kind of 30-minute bombardment.
Tell you what, the happiest guy in the building right now is Babalu. He's like, finally, they're out of the first round. I get to see something in the second round, man.
Oh, you know Babalu's back there watching it with his one eye. The other one probably better have a bag of ice on it, you know what I mean, before it closes. Saying, can one of these guys get a little swelled up as well, please? Throw them punches. My eye's about to close, for crying out loud. Let's even this up a little bit. Put a patch on that eye if he's going to come out healthy.
Jeremy Horn, Forrest Griffin, second round of this semi-final fight. Very impressive by both guys. I mean, both these guys are just world-class fighters, man. No doubt about it. Some of the best in the world today.
You know, and world-class grappling. One's coming from GA, the other one's coming from Iowa, and their grappling is unbelievable. Nice. Who are their coaches? What are they learning it from? You know what I'm saying? They ain't Gracie's. They ain't. Who are these world champs are learning from? New day and age with new fighters, man.
From the reverse.
I'll tell you what, who is Griffin learning his from in freaking
Can I meet his coach? Because I might go have a visit after this.
No kidding, man.
I'm not kidding you. This kid is good.
Clay on that, and it's good for a week. Good God.
Griffin on his back, turns it like that, and look at Horn. I mean,
Jeremy rolling with the Granby here. Now he's got to make a decision. Good, gets his side. Now it's a good little Granby transition.
That's where he wants to be. Look at Griffin.
He's not giving it up, though. He's not letting him stay there long enough to really show dominance.
Big
and that's
right
good.
hand just slicked by the right side of Forrest Griffin's mouth.
Boy, just a great fight. I don't know what both guys said to each other just a second ago, but it was like, hey, good stuff, man. I mean, both these guys know.
Well, I tell you what, Ron, that's what the respect of the competitors in this sport. And Chance will be the first one to tell you, hey, man, when you're in there, it's non-stop hardcore. When we're done, hell, we're going to the bar together.
We started with 8, we're down to 3. And soon we'll be down to 2. Forrest Griffin in the guard. And they're going to stand him up. How about Michael Stock says, you know what, you guys are working hard, but let's see you stand up anyway.
Oh! It's over! 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 It's clear! It's over! It's over!
Jeremy Horn with a kick knocks out Forrest Griffin.
Dear God!
How about that? He hasn't been working on his stand-up just a little bit.
Oh, mercy.
Just a little bit. Jens Pulver standing up right now. He wants to get over that.
The crowd is in a frenzy. The crowd is in a frenzy.
Awesome fight.
That was unreal. Look at
Jens is in a frenzy. Give him a second.
Jens don't even have his headset on.
I know, man.
He's standing on his chair. He is almost 6 feet tall. Dear God.
Let's show you the finish. I mean, how about this? They stand up and Jeremy's like, I got something for you. Surprise.
Ow!
Surprise. How do you like that?
Oh,
and
good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Boy.
Yeah, beautiful stoppage. Wow. Beautiful stoppage, because I tell you what, Griffin was going to get hurt. Griffin was going to get hurt.
That was an amazing...
Look at that.
That was a fight, man. Jeremy Horn Just shows the experience.
Beautiful.
Shows the stand-up that he's been working hard on, man.
Jeez.
You know what? I'm not even going to say it.
Good googity boo, what is that, dude? Here it is again.
Look at that kick. Look at that kick.
Good night, Irene.
You know what? That was an awesome fight. And give it up to Forrest Griffin. I mean, this guy was just matching Horn toe-to-toe, but Horn just landed
I tell you what,
kick.
Genzi just wrote something down on his paper in big red ink. I can't talk about it.
F. Tito, is that what it says?
Yeah, I believe it does.
That's what I saw. All right, let's go to the ring, Jeff Weller.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 3:30 in the second round, the winner by knockout, advancing to our final, Jeremy Horn.
Seriously,
man.
We got to give a hand to both.
Look at this.
Forrest Griffin, I'm pointing to him.
I know.
I want him to realize his stock shot up.
Yeah.
That was a fluke to a fight that really had no clear winner. Had no winner. And it was just a matter of, you know what? They got so wrapped up in boxing and punching. Jeremy finally snapped out of him and said, wait a minute, we can kick too.
Let me stop here real quick. Chuck Liddell talking on his telephone. I wonder what a booth.
All right, our next fight, IFC Women's U.S. Middleweight Championship. The ladies can throw down, fellas. I'm looking forward to this fight. Ginele Marquez against Amanda Buckner. And speaking of the ladies, tell you what, this young lady can put it together. She's joining our broadcast team. Undefeated. Just tell me a little bit about this young lady sitting next to us here.
This is legitimately one of my favorite fighters. I've been a fan of hers for about 2 years. Jennifer Howe, #1, 125-pound woman, and probably looked at by most as pound-for-pound the #1 women's fighter in the world today. She is unreal, and she's actually been in the ring against one of these girls fighting tonight, so it's a pleasure to have her.
Jennifer, welcome.
On
Good to have
board
you.
in this fight.
You got to tuck up now. We're going to have to turn on. She's got that fourth headset, so we'll have to turn that on. We'll get it hooked up here. And you look at Ginele Marquez. Let's see what she can do tonight in the women's fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match of the evening is the IFC Women's United States Middleweight Championship fight. It will be 5 3-minute rounds. Introducing into the IFC cage on my left, a specialist in submission wrestling. She's a member of the prestigious Victory Athletics fight team. 5 feet 2 inches tall, a ready-to-go 135 pounds. She comes to us from Olympia, Washington. Please welcome Ginele Marquez.
Check.
Good look at Ginele. And Jennifer, first off, we want to welcome you to the broadcast booth. We figure, you know, the fellas, we can only talk so much about it. We need somebody that's fought as a lady that knows exactly what you go through. Jennifer, good to have you aboard.
Thanks for having me.
Jennifer, this lady walking to the ring, you know very well. I tell you what, Amanda Buckner, let me just say this. MMAweekly.com's Ken Pishner said this was the fight of the year as far as he's concerned between you and Amanda. Tell us a little bit about Amanda Buckner since you fought against her.
Amanda's really aggressive. She throws a lot of punches, a lot of straight punches, good right hands. She doesn't back down, and it takes a lot to make her quit.
No doubt about it, and you were fortunate to do it. We'll talk about that in 1 second. Let's go to ring announcer, Mr. Jeff Weller.
And introducing her opponent on my right. She is a specialist in jiu-jitsu, a member of the Mixed Martial Arts Academy. 5 feet 4 inches tall, a well-conditioned 133 pounds. She's fighting locally out of Denver, Colorado. Please welcome to the IFC cage, Amanda Buckner.
Good look there at Amanda Buckner. Now, Jennifer, it says jiu-jitsu. We didn't see much jiu-jitsu with that matchup, did we, against you and Amanda?
No, it was 3 minutes of just throwing punches.
So we'll see.
I tell you what, I was able to talk to Amanda yesterday, and she said she, because she's so young in this sport, she unfortunately falls into her opponent's best part.
Well, let's see what happens. Ginele and Amanda getting ready to get after it. And right away, Ginele wants to show some head movement.
Bang, bang. Look at this. Oh,
good
beautiful
right
shot by
Ginele. How about Ginele landing a nice right hand?
Nice elbow.
Good
Beautiful takedown.
Good takedown by Amanda Buckner. And I tell you what, looking at this early moments, Jennifer, both ladies landed some shots and goes right to the ground now.
I think the biggest thing is here, Ginele powering Amanda with that headlock right there, you know.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. She's going to go for the match. She's definitely got some strength, and she's knowing how to use it. I mean, we've seen it. She was cutting a lot of weight to get in this fight.
She had to cut her hair off to make weight.
Cut the hair off.
Cut 6 inches of hair. What's that all about?
Yeah, we wouldn't know.
Yeah.
We wouldn't know, but I tell you what, ladies right now are working very hard.
Look at this.
In the opening moments.
Working a good head and arm right now, and she's trying to put the pressure on her. She needs to start striking at some point. Keeping her base and start scoring those points. Amanda's going to keep trying to come around behind her.
Now, Jennifer, actually, I was going to say, what are you going to do if you're Amanda? But she did what she wants to do best.
She got right up.
I don't think Ginele can hit her because she can get out of there real quick.
There's a kick by Amanda.
Now, the thing, when you fought with Amanda, it's the power there, Jennifer, when you see Amanda, because she's really trying to throw technique-wise, but it's the power behind her.
Amanda's got a lot of power.
Both ladies getting after it right now. And Amanda wants to take down.
I've never had my bell ring before until Amanda cracked me with a right. That's the first time.
Good stuff.
And Ginele throwing the kick.
You like that?
I like that.
You like that? She threw 2. She hit with the 1.
So Amanda comes with a running knee. How's about you have her flying one of these? And now we got the guillotine. Nice.
Look at the power of Amanda Buckner.
Hoisted her up, crossbody into a big slam.
Amanda is actually a power lifter.
You can see that. I tell you
right there, I'll tell you.
No doubt about it.
Fellas, Jennifer is absolutely correct. Before a year and a half ago, when she first started fighting, she knew nothing of the game. She didn't even know what a takedown was. She didn't even know what the guard was. She didn't even know how to stand when she threw punches. All she did was play basketball and lift weights, and look at her now.
Good stuff. I tell you what, both ladies making a very good account of themselves. Good left hand by Amanda. Once again, we see a lot of quickness with Amanda. Ginele showing some good power, some good kicks early. Jennifer, the women's game just continues to evolve, doesn't it?
Amanda has improved her game a lot since last time we fought the...
Oh, look at this! Going for a heel! Going for a heel!
Ginele needs to... Oh, that's it!
It's over!
That's it! She tapped out! She tapped out!
Beautiful.
Great technique. Great technique by Amanda Buckner. She was the favorite going in. Ginele made a great account of herself. Great kick. She looked very good in the fight. Give both ladies a lot of credit in this fight.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, your IFC Middleweight Female Champion of the World. Unbelievable fight.
Big Poppy, you sound like you've done that before, man.
Yeah, a couple times.
Telling you. She's got a future in this business. Great fight, the two ladies. You see why the fellas enjoy watching the ladies go at it. They just get after it, give it their all. Great account of both women tonight.
Beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 2:48 in the first round, the winner by submission from Denver, Colorado, Amanda Buckner.
Jennifer, we're going to show some highlights right here. I want you to kind of take us through the end of this fight. Great fight. Just kind of take us through it if our monitors come back on here. All right, our monitors actually went out here for a second.
The one thing I would like to say about Amanda is the one downfall she did have when we fought was that she was too aggressive and she didn't keep her distance.
And you mentioned that.
Perfect.
The new champ, Amanda Buckner. Congratulations to her tonight. Big win in the IFC. And let's get it on. We've waited all night. We thought this could be the matchup. It is the matchup. Sobral, he's seen it all tonight. He's been through it. Can he do it one more time? We thought this could happen between Horn and Babalu, and let's see it. Babalu,
I tell you,
bruised. He's ready to win this whole thing.
I tell you what, Ryan, you said it yourself. Very rarely do you see the #1 and #2 men end up in the finals of an 8-man tournament. We are witnessing something that very rarely happens here.
All right, good look at Babalu getting last-minute instruction. Remember, folks, during the national anthem, they did a quick cutaway of one Chuck Liddell. He will give up his belt tonight to one of these true warriors. Liddell, of course, having to fight in a couple other promotions, so his title went vacant tonight. He will present it to either Babalu Sobral or Jeremy Horn. Good look at Babalu, and they're going to bring down his opponent.
Look at Jeremy Horn just sitting up there waiting.
What they'll do for the main event, they'll actually bring Jeremy Horn out first so they can introduce both guys in the final of this fight.
This is it, boys and girls. This is it. This is what we've been waiting all night for. This is the finals of the 8-man IFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Jeremy Horn, Babalu. It don't get better than this, baby.
Here he comes. You know, I've seen a lot of fights of Jeremy Horn. I don't think I've ever seen a more complete performance than what he's given tonight. Jeremy Horn has been in a lot of fights, but I think this one is probably the best one I've ever seen. I mean, he's put it together tonight in the biggest
submission and a knockout. He's done both specs.
Unbelievable.
Not just kick knockout. Jeremy Horn, I'm sorry, but I just had to say, Jeremy Horn needs to stay out of the mountains if I was a duel, you know what I mean? That's what I can fight. He's got that new training.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I introduce our finalists in our light heavyweight tournament, I'd like to thank the Colorado State Boxing Commission and our commissioners in attendance, William Artist, Ralph Dabney, Daniel Miraflor, Norman Sherbert, and the director, Joseph Mason. You've done a great job with us tonight. Thank you very much for having us. Introducing first into the IFC cage. He's trained in wrestling and lucha libre. He is a star member of the Ruas Valetudo team. 6 feet 1 inches tall, 204 pounds. Welcome back to the final. From Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Renato Babalu Sobral. And introducing his opponent on my right. He's trained in Jiu-Jitsu and a specialist in Muay Thai. A member of Team Extreme. 6'1", 204 ready-to-go pounds. Welcome back from Davenport, Iowa, Jeremy Horn.
Tonight, one man will be champion. The other one has nothing to hang their head about because we've seen these two fighters. They are the best tonight. They are ready to go in this championship fight. They were the guys trained the hardest, from what I understand. I mean, both these guys were out here plenty early. The conditioning has come through. Tonight, one of these guys, Babalu Sobral or Jeremy Horn for the IFC World Light Heavyweight Championship.
Babalu banging away right off the bat. Horn slipping. Wow.
Look at the strength
almost
of Babalu.
falling in a guillotine.
Look at the strength
Horn.
of Babalu.
Babalu doing a good job of just putting the pressure on that head, weighing him down, making him, bringing him with.
Beautiful.
And he's shooting a great double leg.
You know what I like about the way Babalu's come out? You know, before he's kind of taking his time. This is it. He knows this is the third fight. I need to get after it. He could run into some trouble though because of the way Jeremy Horn.
Look at this triangle right now. He doesn't have it locked up the way it should be, but that's because Jeremy likes to lock this up and strike from here.
He's a freak, gents. He's a freak.
It's one of those things. Watching, he'll start raining forearms to the head.
They just
now he's going to start trying to
just want him for his pimp juice.
See, he'll start striking.
And then he'll try to lock it on again, man. He's just so good, man. Horn is
patient.
So good.
And that's the thing. It's patience. It takes time to set things up.
That's it. And that's the thing. A lot of younger fighters. Look, he's cranking it tight now. A lot of younger fighters. Babalu's in some big trouble, folks.
Oh, come on.
Babalu's in some trouble. younger fighters, they'll go for it, they'll let go of it because they don't have it.
Yeah.
Jeremy Horn, what does he do? He goes for it, doesn't get it, sets it up again, goes for some punches, continues to set up the move, but he won't give it up. He'll just continue to work for it.
I tell you what, Jeremy Horn is a guy who will actually go to a lousy position just to go for something else, just to set something else up.
Look at it. Now he's got it. Oh, Babalu's in big trouble. Babalu is in trouble. Babalu is in trouble.
Look at this. Oh!
He got out.
Good God, back door.
Oh, my
Back
God.
door.
How much heart does that guy have? I mean, we don't need to say
that's a big heart for Babalu. I mean, it's amazing. He's got 2 bumps above his eyes. You know, he's been in 2 unbelievable wars.
Man.
He feels the squeeze, and he gets out in the best backdoor way I've seen so far.
Jeez, man.
That was unreal, man.
Babalu.
That was unreal.
We know he showed a lot of heart. He just continues to do it. I mean, both these guys, like I said, you hate to see a loser tonight because both these guys have put it on the line. They fought the best. They are the final 2 guys still standing in the steel cage. One will be
Look
IFC.
at that from Babalu.
Went for the leg, got the reversal.
How about that?
Got Jeremy pinned up against the cage.
Babalu landed. He's going for it.
You got to watch. See, Jeremy keeps that knee loaded right there underneath that left arm Babalu because that's the one that he'll shoot straight up the middle and get that same triangle choke.
Right. Look at Babalu, though, using the cage.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job. He's opening up his elbows.
Beautiful elbow. Look at those elbows. Just grazing Jeremy Horn.
And remember,
taking a page out of Horn's book.
It can't be the point of the elbow, but those were all legal. Babalu just came across, struck him with, I guess, the forearm towards the elbow. All legal.
Yeah, the thing is, you can't bring it straight down. You can't spike your elbow. He's arching it. When you arch that elbow, you're not actually driving in the elbow. You're driving in the forearm. So the illegal in the IFC and other sanctioning bodies, you cannot spike that elbow. You cannot bring it in a straight line down from your head. It's got to be an arcing motion. And right now, Babalu is arcing up Jeremy's face.
And he's in good position because Horn can't stretch out right now. His shoulders are against the cage, so Babalu working the cage to his advantage.
No, and that's the thing, you know, and he does. He's got a good job. Horn still keeping the feet and the hips. He's locking it up now, but, you know, I mean, he's still working. He's trying to push away, trying to get things set up. I think when he can, he'll start to feed that knee through one of his arms, you know, something like that. But, you know, both of them are still working. It's short and small, because right now you don't want to give up anything big. Jeremy can be looking for that right now. He can be looking
Look at this. Babalu's stacking up high.
Gotta watch the triangle chokes and things like that. But again, Babalu's doing a great job of scoring the points, because right now, folks, he's stealing the round.
Yes, he is.
There's a minute left, and he is stealing the round. He's scoring the points, and he's winning this round.
Guys, interesting. You know, last week I had the opportunity to be with these 2 gentlemen right here on the Best Damn Sports Show. We were talking about this fight. I was joking. I'm like, you 2 guys could be fighting for this championship.
I thought that when I seen it on TV. Yeah.
And I'm like, here we are a week later, and guess who the 2 guys are? The 2 guys we thought could be there, they are here tonight.
Now, was that not a double leg that they displayed in the Best Damn Sports Show that Babalu just took it down?
They did some moves together, and now we're seeing those same moves tonight. I mean, so ironic.
A little more ferocity behind this.
How ironic art.
Really is. Really is. Both guys have such a great respect for each other. They were joking around, having a good time. They're like, yeah, we might get after it. And tonight, they are doing it.
Well, that's a good thing about this sport. And that's the one thing I love about this sport. That's the 15 minutes in that ring. That's when you're trying to hurt each other. That's called competition. You best of friends. You don't even have to be the best friends, but you have the best of respect for each other. And you know what? Babalu made a phone call tomorrow. Jeremy's my teammate. Babalu needed our help. We'd come running. We'd be right there to do it.
And guys, that's what's so great about the sport. So many people just don't understand it. They call it brutal. They call it whatever. These 2 guys were hanging out. They have a great respect for each other. And they show it tonight, and tonight they're laying it all on the line. Let's show you. Now look at Jeremy Horn. We're finally starting to see some welts on this guy's face. I mean, he's
Jeremy. You know, and this was the thing here. He was working that triangle choke, taking his time. He finally got down on the hip, got the knee across it where he needed it. Babalu started to realize, this is tighter than I thought. I mean, they had this for a couple minutes. Jeremy's going to sit up, and that's when the striking could have happened. But Babalu shoots right out the back. Wow. Amazing escape.
We've seen, you know, Babalu on the ground tonight showing us a lot of different looks. I mean, he's been so sneaky. Let's show you the flurry at the end of this
Here's what I think Babalu was doing. I mean, this is where the last 2 minutes of this fight ended. Babalu on top, little short elbows, and trying to flurry, throwing the big punches and scoring. And I think, you know, he might have stole that round.
How do you score the round, guys? How do you score it?
I honestly, God, like Jen said, I believe I got to go with Babalu in that end.
2 takedowns, reverse. I mean, you give the. Jeremy went to end the fight with the submission, but you know.
Good left hand by Babalu. And we know what Jeremy
just said, nice job.
Yeah, I tell you what, I mean, these guys both can strike.
Good counter slip.
Beautiful double leg by Jeremy.
Nice.
Great takedown.
Beautiful double leg by Jeremy.
2 great fighters, 2 technical fighters. Who has more energy? Second round. Babalu's put in a lot more rounds tonight.
Asking that as Babalu has just been, see, he's doing this, he's going after that leg again, but it gets him the reversal. Twice now he's done that with success and getting on top.
Beautiful.
You know what's amazing about Babalu right now? Just the energy he has. I mean, you would have never guessed.
Tons.
I mean,
tons for days.
Honestly, we wondered what he would be like in this 3rd fight. I mean, we saw his face. It was out to here. I mean, it was.
He looks like Frankenstein with that forehead.
And look at those bumps above the eyes, and he's still aggressive. He came out, and he's in Colorado. He come out too
unbelievable.
You know, it goes to show. I mean, one thing, big heart. And again, you look at him. This is in his 3rd fight. He's tired, but you know what? He conditioned himself. You got to look at these two and go Warriors, period. Because they took
look at this. Babalu
banging hard. Jeremy going for the armbar. Can't get it. Boy, I just cannot believe, I can't say that enough. The energy of Babalu is simply incredible right now.
Left elbow by Babalu.
And
I'm sorry, hit me. Is this?
It's 3 rounds.
Babalu 205. No, at 205 was Chuck his first fight, and this is his 2nd time fighting at 205.
Yeah.
This is his 2nd time down. I was just wondering that. He was fighting at heavyweight for the longest time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, you know, he did get a win overseas, I believe, in London, if I remember correctly. He did. Actually, could have been Brazil for that matter. I know he did get a win in between. But you're right. I mean, you mentioned
this is a former heavyweight who has moved down to 205 in the recent year and taken.
He beat Elvis Sinisak as well in the UFC, which at that time was what, I believe, at 205.
That's true. Babalu, Sobral, Jeremy Horn. And right now, you know, Horn just needs to get off the cage.
Yeah, Horn's getting a little too complacent. He's getting old. He's looking for that one. I'm going to end the fight with submission, but the truth is he's just got to go back out there and start getting dirty. Little elbows here, little punches here, and just start taking back some control in this fight.
Boy, both guys.
Good elbow attempt there. He's trying to slice him across because he knows Babalu does have cuts on those eyes. They've done a good job of closing them up, but he does have cuts. Jeremy needs to start slicing those elbows across that face.
And right now, it's actually the opposite way. Babalu's the one trying to slice up Jeremy.
Babalu's doing a good job of ground and pound right now. I'd like to see Jeremy.
Look at that, look at his armbar.
Oh, man.
Just missed it.
So quick, and Babalu says enough of that.
Pay for it with 5.
Yeah, exactly. He landed it for a split second. Babalu got free, and he says, you know what? You will pay for it with some left and rights. Great fight. It was midway through the 2nd round. 3 rounds.
I tell you what, Jens, you look at, I mean, of course, Jeremy, of course, brother to the end. But now look at his face. Babalu is dropping elbows that most people would already be bleeding profusely on the ground. And Jeremy's got a little red mark. Yeah. That's all.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you know, but the thing I like that Babalu's doing the best is he's using that wrestling that he has. He gets real heavy when Jeremy tries to elevate. I mean, Jeremy's got the feet in there. He's looking for those elevations.
Absolutely.
Babalu's doing a good job of getting heavy, coming up, sitting back. I mean, he's doing a good job of changing his weight around on Jeremy and just keeping him pinned down there.
Yeah.
And one thing I also like about
body, head, Babalu.
Just when you think that they might stand it up, Babalu lands some rights and lefts.
That's right.
Doing enough.
I was just about to say, you know, he's doing enough to keep this thing on the ground.
Yeah,
and we got a minute left in the fight.
Almost caught it.
He can still turn this.
Just grazed off Jeremy Horn. So close. Just missed. Babalu tried that right straight. Just barely missed it. About 45 seconds left in this 2nd round. Great fight, man. I tell you what, both these guys. I mean, I can't imagine fighting 3 fights. I can't imagine it. 3 fights in one night.
Anybody see the elbow Jeremy just slipped in there?
That was nice.
That was nice.
That was nice.
You know, but Babalu again doing a good job.
There goes.
He's getting out of there.
Oh, look at that! Look at this!
Straight shot
Look
to the triangle again.
Look at this!
Keep a look at the time.
Forget it about it! Oh, no!
This could be it.
Oh, my God! Look at this! Look at this!
Get Babalu, get out!
Come on!
Can he get out? He's trying.
Unbelievable!
Oh, my goodness, he's got it tight. Oh, that's it. That's it.
Time!
That's it.
Time!
Wow!
Time! And look at Horn! Look Tell them how awesome it is.
What a fight.
Dear God, what's going on here?
Is it, wait. That's the end of the round?
Yes.
That's the end of the round? I thought he had him in the triangle.
No, it's the end of the round.
Jeez, I thought that was the end of the fight, boys.
It's the end of the round. Jeremy
I'm getting ready to call the champ, and it's the end of the round.
Jeremy picked up Babalu.
Because I'm looking at the monitor, and I'm seeing 4 extra seconds, and they break it, and I can't hear the bell. And Jeremy's high-fiving, I'm like, oh.
He had his back to us, and I'm thinking, bam. Unbelievable. Look at this. Now, Jeremy Horn finished his first fight with just a couple seconds left.
Babalu's right eye is closed now, guys.
Now, take us through the end of this. I mean,
Jeremy basically, this is Babalu. He gets the challenge up. Babalu's going to come back with that punch right here, and boom. Jeremy's going to line up. He sits it. He was waiting for it.
Man.
And he's got it tight this time. He's got his hand up there for extra support. But
look at Babalu
give him
trying to break away.
He can't breathe right now, and he's fighting it. He's fighting it. Jeremy's backhand, and he's trying to end it. That's what he's waiting for.
Look at that.
Now, a question I have for both of you is, did he steal the round with that 10-second submission attempt after 3.5 minutes of being pounded?
Remember, the judges always remember the last few seconds of a fight.
Look at the eye, not to interrupt.
Man.
The eye is closed.
That's insane.
Oh, man, that's bad.
Cut me, Rock.
Oh, man.
Cut me, Mick.
And there's Horn trying to land that kick. It worked for him the last fight. How about Babalu striking?
Look at Horn smiling at Babalu
Horn
after that kick.
Babalu with the great sprawl, but he's coming back, you know,
That eye is completely closed. This is it, boys and girls. Last round of the night. This is it. You ain't going to see no more fighting. He's doing a good job of scooting out right here. Babalu, and he uses his hips well. Jeremy did a great job of following him. Beautiful.
Oh, man, I tell you what.
He's got the Kimura.
This is it. Last round.
Goes to the knees, trying to transition.
Oh, my Lord.
You know, it's been a long time since I've seen Babalu try to flow like this. I mean, but let me ask you this. Think back from the beginning of the tournament.
Yeah.
What that kid's gone through. And look at how hard he is in the third round.
Third round. Last round of the night.
Man, and
he's taking it to Jeremy.
I tell you what.
This is a neck-and-neck fight. Let me tell you something. This fight is coming down to this round.
Yeah.
I mean, the money's on the line, the belt's on the line.
You know what I like about this, though? I mean, there is some swing.
There's a nice elbow by Horn.
But you just got to let this go. I mean, you can't stop it because you just got to let it go. I mean, these guys have battled too hard tonight.
Babalu would look at you crazy if you told him to fight because of that out. After all he just went through, you better give him a little, you know? Man, what you talking about, realist? Don't do it. Crazy.
This is the 8th round for Babalu. 8.5, folks.
Yeah.
8.5 rounds.
It's going to be number 9 when it's over.
Man.
IFC, gentlemen. What else? Because this is it.
World Light Heavyweight Championship Final. We thought it could happen between these two, and these two are not disappointing. Just putting on an amazing show tonight.
Look at Babalu trying to hip up Jeremy.
Now, you know, and guys, this could be interesting. Gents, you hit it on the head. How are the judges scoring this fight? I mean, think about it. You mentioned it. I mean, Babalu was probably winning that round, but we saw that triangle so tight. Do you give it to Horn? I mean, think about it. They might have scored that first round to Babalu. And that second round, how did they score it?
Well, the thing is, you know, and it just depends what was more embedded in the judge's mind. Did they see a failed submission attempt because the round ended? Did they see an almost submission attempt? You know what I mean? Or did they still stuck on that 3.5 minutes that he was on top pounding on Horn? You know, I mean, did they already make up their mind? But, you know, the truth is, this round is going to do it. And Jeremy knows it. That's why he's staying on top.
Yep.
That's why he got the takedown. He ain't giving that position up. He's going to ride this one out on top.
Man.
He's gonna impose his will. And there he is. Right there, doing just that. Doing just that.
Want to get the triangle.
Oh, it's a big right hand by Horn.
Good right hand.
Big right hand by Horn. Look at this.
I mean, Babalu giving all he has right now.
If Horn can pull his left leg free, he's going to be in the side mount, and he's going to be ungodly dangerous.
The heart of both these fighters, I'm telling you right now, to go through what they've gone through in the tournament.
There it is.
It's amazing. Babalu just continues to work, man. I mean, he is battered, he is bruised.
Oh, my Lord, that eye, listen, that eye's bigger than my freaking fist.
That's the thing, and he's still fighting.
What a knee!
On the ground.
Look at Jeremy apologizing.
Knee on the ground.
Oh, no mercy.
That was a foul. Big knee to Babalu.
The referee doesn't know what he's seeing.
Jeremy said he's sorry.
He thought he was on his feet.
I'm going to tell you why.
He was up.
That was a foul. Look at the eye grow.
Yep, that is. I mean, that eye is just, oh my goodness, it is growing by the second, guys. I
That's
mean,
unreal.
Jeremy knows right now if Babalu doesn't want to continue, that's money out of his pocket because he made a simple mistake.
And look at Jeremy. He's look at that eye. My gosh, guys. I mean, that thing is growing.
That's unreal, man. That's unreal.
Let's look at it. I mean, it was one of those things he was in the flow.
It's clear, you know, he's got one knee up, but he drops down.
Right,
you know.
Now wait a minute.
Was
Here, I got judges ringside. I got commissioners ringside telling me his hand was in the air.
Let's see though. Let's look one more. Look, I don't know
now,
if
are both these up? That's what we're looking at here.
I don't know though. I don't know. I think one was down. It's hard to say. I want to see it again, maybe from that wide angle, fellas. I don't know if you can roll from that wide angle.
Can we do that? Can we look at that replay again?
Let's look at it again. Now, is his knee up or not? Let's take a peek here.
One's up. They're both up there.
Right there.
But here it goes down. Oh, man.
No, they're both up. No foul. It's not a foul because I'm going to tell you why. His leg was swinging, and it's almost like this. You're allowed to throw knees when a guy's swinging for a takedown, and both knees are still up when he ate that. In that transition, it is close, but when a guy shoots on both knees and you're throwing a knee and you're catching him in the middle of that transition, that has been allowed in the past.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
Here's the thing, guys. We have the benefit of the replay. Well, Josh Rosenthal does not. No. I mean, this thing's going 100 miles an hour.
I'm going to tell you this. Josh Rosenthal did not stop it for an inadvertent illegal knee. Jeremy Horn did.
Because Jeremy said, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. So now they're going to talk. But this is the thing. Once again,
let's see
they do not have a replay.
See that replay?
Josh Rosenthal does not have a replay. Right now, let me tell you what's going on, guys. The commissioner, Jeff Blatnick, is going to watch the replay we're going to show to you right now. So Paul Smith and Jeff Blatnick are at our broadcast booth. I don't know if I've ever seen a replay.
Here we go. That's no. Give us the wide angle.
Okay, the guys want the wide angle if we could.
We need the wide angle on this.
Here it is. We're going to show. I mean, it was close. They'll get it for you. Here it comes.
Here we go. Here it comes right here. Now
it was
both
very
knees
close.
were in the air.
Now as he's swinging.
There's a lot of tug. I mean, we got referees here. We got Jeff Blatnick. We got Paul Smith. We got the entire crew right here. They are talking about it.
We got the owner. We got everybody here.
Everyone's trying to make a decision right now.
Everybody here.
I've never seen instant replay in MMA, man. I'm telling you. Never seen it before.
And I tell you what, nobody's more upset. Nobody's more upset than Jeremy Horn. Nobody's more upset than Jeremy Horn.
Now, I don't know if Jeff Blatnick wants to talk about it. Let's bring the commissioner. Jeff, what's going on?
After reviewing the film, it's clear that the knee came off the ground. He was on 2 feet, but his hands down, so that's a 3-point stance at the grounded fighter.
Okay, very good call. That makes it that much easier. That's why we love having Jeff Blatnick right here, man. He can tell us exactly what's going on.
He is the absolute best there is.
But you know, there's a point I want to make to all that. If Jeremy wouldn't have sat back and said sorry, he could have kept punching. Babalu would have had to defend himself, kept fighting, because the referee missed it.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, let him go back and look at this. If he'd have jumped up, that's twice now. The referee could have jumped in and said foul.
And Jeff, there it is. You mentioned the hand.
Yeah. The hand was down the whole time. The hand was down the whole time.
I mean, and you know, no offense to Josh. I mean, he was in a tough angle.
Oh,
no,
absolutely.
But I mean, it just helps solidify the question. If you jump up and you see a foul, you can't, like I said, 2 minutes later, you cannot go, oh, foul. Right, because we've already known you've been persuaded. You've already had opinion.
Let me ask you this, though. This is what I respect about Jeremy. Jeremy is a true sportsman. He didn't have to say anything. He could have kept going.
Oh, yeah,
Jeremy Horn is a classy guy. He said, you know what? You're right. You're right. I fouled you, and I apologize.
Here we go, right back at it. Here we go, right back at it.
Jeremy Horn says once again he's sorry, and just great sportsmanship.
And look at Babalu saying, you know what? I don't care. Let's roll.
Oh, man, these guys showed so much heart.
Jeremy's not going to let him take him down. Remember, it was Jeremy that did the takedown last time.
Babalu lands a straight kick. I tell you what, he cannot see out of that eye, and he gets the takedown. What a fight. I'm telling you, what a fight we're seeing tonight.
Now, me personally, I'm unclear. Was a point taken away?
I don't know. I do not know. Kamish, we got the word? Was there a point taken away?
No?
I don't know whether or not he issued a foul. I saw nothing here where he walked to the judges, but it's the scorekeeper. The scorekeeper at the head table that will determine the cards are collected. He's the one that takes the point off. The score.
I mean,
I'm just kind of curious about that. I'd like to see the ref say 1 point.
Right.
1 point. If they don't do that, well, then that's one little chunk of boxing I still like. 1 point. Everybody knows.
The worst thing about this, I'm so glad I'm not an official or a judge right now. I would not want to judge this fight, man. I'm telling you.
I really don't.
Look at these two. But this is the end of the third round, guys. We're winding down the last few seconds.
This is it.
And the one thing that knee did do, whether it took a point away at the end of the fight, it gave Babalu that energy back.
Yes, it did.
To get that takedown.
Yes, it did.
And to sit there and bang, bang, bang away.
Look at him. He's working hard. He knows this is his fight. He just needs to finish it.
Awesome fight.
You know, credit to Babalu.
I'm going to stand up for you, boys.
It's over.
This was an absolute pleasure to watch. Watching two men fight 3 fights and fight like that to finish the fight. They have nothing left.
Those of you at home should be standing and clapping right now. I tell you what, this was one of the most insane fights, the most hardcore tournaments.
Just a tournament. I mean, just incredible.
This night is unreal.
Let's show you the final replays. Guys, we can tell you this. Jeff Blatton just told me there was no point.
This was the front kick. This is going to be, you know, Babalu. He wanted that takedown because he knew Jeremy had just spent the first half of that round taking him down and pound on him. Babalu needed to get that takedown as almost a neutralizer. So now, after all that said and done, he's going up to the 3 point. He's just trying to score the point, show the ref he's in control, trying to steal the round. Now, what I'm trying to wonder, did I hear no points taken away?
No points. That's what I understand.
This is a straight-up fight.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a straight-up decision here. Now you got to go back to first and second rounds again because the third had to be even. There's no submission attempts. I don't know what, to say.
We can score it one way, but we don't have the official scorecard. I mean, I hate to see either guy lose. I mean, can you call it a draw? Can you give a championship belt as a draw? I don't know.
I tell you what, I'll say this right now. There is not a fan in this building moving from their seat. There's not one person. There is not one person moving.
All right, Jens Pulver's going to make his way to the steel cage. Jeff Blatnick coming over right now. Oh my goodness.
My God.
Okay, we just got some horrific news right now. Some horrible news. Go ahead.
Babalu's brother died
a month ago. Yeah, his brother passed away a month ago. Babalu is currently wearing his brother who passed away, wearing his t-shirt. Great fight, buddy. Absolute insane fight, Babalu. I can't reach you, dude. I'm tiny. Beautiful.
Babalu come over, gives us a high five, and you see that. You see the brother on the short.
Unbelievable.
I tell you what. Passed away a month ago. I had no idea. I thought they said tonight. I was worried, but passed away a month ago. Let's see how the judges saw this fight. Let's see how the judges did it. I have no idea
if Jeremy won this.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
at least I got to see it, so you just
in our
hang
final
on
this evening, we have went to the judges.
They're announcing the decision right now.
Judge Don Bates scores it 29-28. Curtis Thrasher 29-28. Mark Van Tine 29-28. We have a unanimous decision. The winner, Babalu Sobral.
Wow, it is unbelievable that somebody had to lose tonight.
Yeah, that's just unreal. That's just unreal.
29-28. Can't get any closer to that.
Yeah.
It was one of those things.
Fight, Ryan, that fight couldn't get any closer than that.
It was unbelievable stuff. Right now, Chuck Liddell is making his way to the ring. Jens Pulver's going to make his way to the ring and talk with the winner, as well as Jeremy Horn. What a fight right now, Babalu.
Tears pouring out of Babalu's eyes, pouring out of his trainer's eyes, pouring out of everybody in the Babalu camp.
I mean,
what a to go from such absolute, losing your brother a month ago, and now, fighting. Look at Babalu. Man, I'm choked up.
Man,
I'm choked up.
I tell you what.
I gotta.
The heart he showed. I didn't even think he could make it to this fight. That was first two.
We were questioning.
I gotta go to the kitchen. I'm choked up.
The Shogun fight. And.
You know what? How about this? In his first fight,
the new belt, folks.
First fight, I was thinking to myself, I even said it out loud, hey, he looks a little tired here in the second round.
He's getting the strap put around his waist.
Oh, mercy.
Great stuff, guys. Jens, we're going to have you go talk to him right now. We're going to have you jump up there. Great stuff.
Congratulations, Babalu. Congratulations, Babalu. You are a true champion, sir. You are a true champion.
Chuck Liddell's got the mic. Let's check him to say to Babalu.
Chuck Liddell's got the mic.
Chuck Liddell grabbed the mic. He wanted to say something, congratulate him, giving him his old belt to the one and only Babalu. This is a great moment right here.
This is unreal. I just thank God I was a part of this.
Champion, light heavyweight, world champion. I'll be back from a belt throw.
Great fight.
Beautiful.
Folks, what a night tonight.
Two classy sportsmen.
An amazing performance by both warriors tonight. A tournament. We did not know if these guys could continue through the tournament. They did. Indeed, they did. They made it through. 8 men entered. 2 were in the final, and your champion tonight, very deserving.
8 men entered, 1 man leaves. The light heavyweight champion, IFC. The only place to be, baby.
That's why this sport is so great. For Jens Bover, Big Papa, nice job, my friend.
Brother, it was a pleasure.
I'm Ryan Bennett. Thank you so much. We will catch you for the More of the World Tour right here in the IFC.
Peace.
Peace.
Nice.